Are you tired of setting goals and not achieving them? Have you ever felt excited at the beginning of the year, full of energy, only to watch your motivation vanish within weeks? If so, you are not alone. Here's a shocking fact. According to a study by the University of Scranton, 92% of people never achieve their New Year's goals. That's nearly 95%. Let that sink in. But you're not watching this video to be average. You're here because something inside you knows you're meant for more. You're tired of spinning your wheels. You're done settling. In the next 20+ minutes, I'm going to walk you through why most people fail and how you can break free from the 95% and step into the life you really want. If you stay until the end, you'll walk away with a roadmap to transform your goals into achievements. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. The truth about why people fail. Let's uncover the hard truth behind why people fail. Number 1. They set vague or unrealistic goals. A goal like get healthy is meaningless without clarity. What does it mean? Lose 10 pounds? Run a marathon? Eat more vegetables? The brain needs direction. Research shows that people who write specific goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. Specificity drives focus. Example: instead of get rich, say, increase my monthly income by $2,000 within 6 months by freelancing as a designer. I want to be rich. I want to lose weight. I want to be happy. These are dreams, not goals. A goal must be specific, measurable, and time-bound. Think about Elon Musk. He didn't just say, I want to go to space. He said, I want to send reusable rockets into orbit and reduce space transportation costs. That's specific. That's measurable. That's real. The 95% treat goals like wishes. The 5% treat goals like commitments. Number 2, they lack a process and routine. Most people set goals, but they don't design a lifestyle that supports those goals. Without habits, routines, and systems, goals are just daydreams. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, said, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Think of Olympic athletes. They train daily. Their nutrition is dialed in. Their sleep is calculated. That's not motivation. That's systemized success. Take Serena Williams. Her training routine is so systemized it leaves no room for guesswork. Practice, nutrition, rest, mental prep, all dialed in. That's why she dominates. Number 3, fear of failure and fear of judgment. Fear is a silent killer of dreams. Fear of failing. Fear of being laughed at. Fear of being judged. Let's be honest. Many people would rather avoid trying than risk failing. The pain of failure outweighs the joy of success in their minds. But guess what? Every successful person you admire has failed more times than the average person has even tried. Yet failure is not the opposite of success. It is the path to success. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about it, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Oprah Winfrey was fired early in her career. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. What made them different? They used failure as fuel. If you want to be in the 5%, you must learn to fail forward. Number 4, they don't track progress. You can't improve what you don't measure. Most people never stop to reflect, adjust, or analyze. The 5%? They are obsessed with progress. They journal, track, reflect, and adapt. Think about how elite athletes analyze every play, every move, every stat. Business icons like Jeff Bezos measure every KPI. Why? Because numbers tell the story. Most people set a goal and then go on autopilot. But high performers constantly analyze, adjust, and adapt. Think about how pilots fly. They course correct constantly. Even if they drift 1 degree off, they adjust until they land at the exact destination. Success is no different. Number 5, they surround themselves with the wrong people. Energy is contagious. If your circle isn't inspiring you, it's draining you. Tony Robbins says, proximity is power. Want to be in the 5%? Surround yourself with people who make you level up. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Your environment beats your willpower. If your environment doesn't support your goal, it becomes 10 times harder to reach. Want to eat healthy? Don't keep junk food in the house. Want to be focused? Remove distractions. Want to grow a business? Spend time with entrepreneurs. Show me your friends, and I will show you your future. Dan Pena. The mindset of the 5%. Now let's switch gears. What does the 5% actually do differently? Number 1, they have laser-sharp clarity. The 5% know exactly what they want. They can visualize it, describe it, and feel it. They know exactly what they want and why they want it. Clarity creates confidence. When your vision is clear, your decisions become easy. Look at Steve Jobs. He had an unshakable vision for Apple. That clarity led him to make bold decisions others were too afraid to make. Example: instead of saying, "I want to write a book," the 5% say, "I want to write a 200-page book on personal growth, finish it in 6 months, and self-publish it on Amazon by December." Clarity is power. Tony Robbins. Number 2, they operate from identity, not just action. They don't just try to write. They are writers. They don't try to eat healthy. They are healthy people. They don't just do things. They become the kind of person who naturally does them. Instead of saying, "I want to write a book," they say, "I am a writer." Identity shapes behavior. Muhammad Ali didn't just box. He was a champion before he ever held the belt. He said, "I am the greatest," long before anyone else did. And then he became it. This matters. Because when you change your identity, your behavior follows. The smoker who says, "I don't smoke," is more powerful than the one who says, "I'm trying to quit." 3, they are addicted to progress, not perfection. The 5% know success is messy. They embrace the process. They don't wait to feel ready. They take action and adapt. Jeff Bezos started Amazon out of his garage. It wasn't pretty, but progress beat perfection. 4, they master their state and emotions. They build internal belief systems that cannot be broken by external failure. They believe in their potential more than their current results. They build emotional fitness. As Tony Robbins says, success is 80% psychology, 20% mechanics. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. 5, they are resilient as hell. No blaming, no excuses, no waiting. The 5% take full ownership of their lives, no matter how unfair it gets. They get knocked down, a lot, but they don't stay there. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison and still came out a leader. Why? Because he took responsibility for his impact, even in chains. Step 1, set smart goals that move you. The first step to joining the top 5% of high performers is setting smart goals. Goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These aren't vague dreams like, I want to be successful, or I want to get in shape. They're clear, grounded, and actionable. A strong, smart goal might be, lose 15 pounds in 90 days by going to the gym 4 times a week and following a high-protein, low-carb diet. The goal must excite you and be tied to a deeper vision of your future. To get there, ask yourself powerful questions. Where do you see yourself in 1 year? 5 years? What does your dream life actually look like? Picture the details with intensity. What are you wearing? What time do you wake up? What kind of work are you doing? And how does it make you feel? Who are you surrounded by? The more vivid and emotional your vision is, the more energy and focus you'll naturally bring to making it real. Remember, you move in the direction of your dominant thoughts, so make them count. Step 2. Build micro-habits. Once your goals are set, it's time to build habits. But not just any habits. Start small, tiny, micro. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to change everything at once. Real, lasting change begins with the smallest consistent actions. Want to read more books this year? Start with just 5 pages a day. Want to start running? Begin with a daily 10-minute walk. Over time, these micro habits stack. They grow. They evolve. James Clear's Atomic Habits teaches that if you get just 1% better each day, you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. Small wins build confidence. They shift your identity. They make the change feel easy and sustainable. Big bursts of motivation fade, but small, consistent actions compound. And that's how transformation really happens. The goal isn't to do more today. It's to become the kind of person who always shows up, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Step 3. Create an identity statement. Change doesn't come from doing alone. It comes from being. Instead of thinking, I need to improve, flip the script and declare, this is who I am. Create a powerful identity statement that reinforces who you're becoming. Say it with conviction. I am the kind of person who shows up daily, who keeps promises to myself, who follows through even when it's hard. Identity is the deepest layer of behavior change. When you shift your self-image, everything else follows. This is the mindset of top performers. They don't negotiate with their goals. They live in alignment with their identity. Take Warren Buffett as an example. His strategy wasn't built overnight. His wealth and legacy were created through a strong identity rooted in patience, discipline, and a long-term mindset. He didn't just act like an investor. He became one. Your words shape your identity, and your identity shapes your actions. Repeat your statement daily until it's not just something you say. It's something you are. Step 4. Track everything that matters. You can't manage what you don't measure. That's why tracking your habits, progress, and decisions is essential if you want to rise above the average. Use tools like habit trackers, journals, or productivity apps, whatever works for you. But make sure you're keeping score. Tracking removes emotion and gives you clarity. Sometimes you'll feel like you're failing when you're actually progressing. Other times, you'll feel busy, but realize you haven't truly been consistent. The data doesn't lie. When you track, you become aware. And with awareness comes power. You can identify what's working, what's wasting your time, and where you need to double down. Over time, these small pieces of data paint a big picture of who you are becoming. Think of your tracker as your accountability partner. When motivation fades, and it will, the truth in your data keeps you grounded and focused. Step 5. Master reflection and review. Great achievers don't just move forward. They pause to reflect. Set a weekly appointment with yourself to review your week. Ask, what went well? What didn't? What can I improve next week? These simple questions build self-awareness, and self-awareness is the gateway to consistent improvement. Think of this review process like a GPS system. Even if you take a wrong turn, your GPS recalculates and helps you find a new route. Similarly, your weekly review keeps you from drifting. It keeps your focus sharp and your actions aligned with your vision. Most people skip this step because they think they're too busy. But that's exactly why they stay stuck. You sharpen your edge by learning from both wins and failures. Over time, these check-ins turn into powerful feedback loops that accelerate your growth. It's not about being perfect. It's about staying conscious, intentional, and always evolving. Step 6. Keep your why alive. Motivation will fade. That's a fact. But purpose? Purpose is what endures. That's why you must stay connected to your why, the deeper reason behind everything you're doing. When you feel like quitting, your why pulls you back in. When the path gets hard, your why becomes your compass. Find creative ways to keep it alive. Build a vision board with images of your goals. Journal about your dreams every morning. Record a voice memo to yourself explaining why you started, and play it back when you're feeling off track. Your why is the fuel that keeps your internal fire burning, long after motivation has died out. It's what keeps you consistent on the days when life throws chaos your way. The top 5% aren't the luckiest, the smartest, or even the most talented. They're simply the ones who never lose sight of their purpose. Here's the brutal truth. 95% of people will give up. They'll blame time, money, other people. They'll shrink back to comfort and wonder what could have been. But the 5%, they will rise. They will create the life they want, not just wish for it. And if you've watched this far, I know you're one of them. You're ready. You just needed the plan. Now you have it. Start today, not tomorrow, not Monday. Now write down your goal. Break it into habits. Build a system. Step into the identity of the person who already lives your dream. Because you are not here to be average. You are here to become extraordinary. Comment below. I am the 5%. Let the world know who you are. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Together, let's inspire a new generation of high achievers. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Jim Rohn.